folks, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about gratefulness and being grateful for things. I've been on vacation this week, and I did have a bit of a different week than I was expecting, but still a good week nonetheless. So it started out, I took a trip to Tennessee. I live in Michigan, by the way, to visit a couple of my really good friends, probably my best friends around in the world. And went down there to see them, and I was there for a couple of days, and we spent some good quality time together. And then I had to come back to Michigan. My great uncle passed away. He was 91 years old, and he had a wonderful life. So I mean, though it was sad, it wasn't as sad as it could have been, I guess. And so I came back home, and then my mom and I went to the funeral, which was a couple of hours away from here. So back in the car again. I spent a little time just that day with my family. So my sister and her 3 children came, as well as my great nephew. So that was on Wednesday, and then today's actually Thursday when I'm filming this, and I am just planning to hang around the house the next couple of days, get some groceries, read a little bit, and just do whatever it is that I feel like doing. So I wanted to point out, though, as I was at the actual funeral of my great uncle, one of the things that the person facilitating the funeral mentioned was at the church that he went to, that he was involved in, mentioned about, at one point, she told a little story about how she had given out gratitude journals, which I, of course, immediately started listening to that, since you know how I feel about notebooks and things. So she had passed out these gratitude journals, and apparently my great uncle got one, and he said to her, his first thought was, I'm not doing this, this is silly, this is, stupid or whatever. But then he decided, I guess when he got home, that he was going to give it a try anyway. And what the plan was is you had to write down one thing every day that you were grateful for. And so apparently he started doing that, and he really got interested in it, involved in it. And he went back to his the lady at the church who was, I don't know what the word is, preacher, whatever. I'm not sure what the official word is for this woman, but he went back to her and he said, you know what? He told her the story. He wasn't planning on doing it, decided to do it, and he really enjoyed it. And he wondered if he could get more journals, more gratitude journals, which just warmed my heart. I didn't know that he was doing that. So I thought I'd tell that little story again to point out that it's a great time to appreciate all the things we do have. As I was thinking through this week, I was grateful that I had the week off, that I got to spend it with friends, that I got to spend it with family, that I had the money to pay for all the gas to, take these trips. And now I'm getting some time alone. So it's been, really needed, refreshing week for me. So I'm very grateful for that, for all of that. So on to the giveaway for this week. So this week, this is the item I'm going to be giving away. It seems to fit in the kind of the discussion that we just had. And this, in case you don't recognize it or haven't seen it, it's actually the Matthew McConaughey Greenlights. He actually came out with a book, and this is the kind of companion journal that goes along with the book. So I did read the book, and I purchased this journal, but I'm finding that I'm probably not going to use it, so I'm going to go ahead and give it away. So let's flip the camera to the top down, and we'll walk through some of these pages in here and talk through them. Alrighty, we've got the camera flipped around here, and as I said, this is the companion journal that goes with Matthew McConaughey's book. Greenlights is the name of the book. So there's basically prompts in here for you to write about. So they give you space, and then he tells his story a little bit as well. So like for this one, it says, just because the seats are empty doesn't mean they're not taken. Sometimes the guest list needs to be for one, you. And then here it says, when was the last time your favorite company was you? So then you would write about that. What's your hill? Define success. Life is not a popularity contest. Be brave. Take the hill. But first ask the question, what is my hill? So maybe what are your challenges and how you're going to break through them? It's not a risk unless you can lose the fight. What risk are you willing to fight for? So it's basically got all these interesting little sayings on one side and then space to write on the other. So here's a saying here, and then space to write on the other. And they're kind of interesting, thought-provoking things to write about. So it's basically a journal with some guided prompts, I guess you could say. Like I said, it's from Matthew McConaughey. I did look through it. It looks fun, and I think the reason why I decided to give this away, though, is because the paper and this whole book is not something I'm going to use, I'm finding. So if you're interested in winning this journal, you will subscribe to the channel, you will like the video, and you will comment WMIY, and then you will be put in on a drawing to win this item. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.